Hi guys, that's Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case Conspiracy, and we are going to case number 28. And we are going to die for the demon fish. Katria, sometimes I can't believe I expected you without questioning what was under that dome in the forest. Well, you couldn't know, so we'd all just accepted that it was a satellite. If it weren't for you, we might never have realized Real Life was hiding a meteorite under there. At least we should soon know more about what they're doing with it. That is, if our plan to set Robert on the dome pans out. He's been studying geology around the clock so he can pass himself off as Dr. Mortimer Pickering, the expert dreamlike called name from England. We're still waiting for Pickering to arrive. Hopefully we can intercept him as soon as he lands at the airport. And with Robert's so busy, it's fallen to me to fix our demon fish problem. This ancient certain species has turned out to be deadly. 20 people have already died from coming into contact with it. At least it's only the third child of females which secret a deadly neurotoxin, right? Considering the number of casualties, that's not very reassuring. I've been working on a cure for the neurotoxin, but with no luck so far. To think that someone released those fish from their underwater external cave with purpose. We need to discover who did this. I have an idea about that, at least. But yeah, now that we know where the fish were originally trapped, we can go there and search for traces of whoever released them. The cave is in the middle of the river, but there's a flooded street in Maple Heights that we could dive from. Great! What are we waiting for? Get your wetsuit, Katria. It's time to go diving. Yeah, let's go. Alright, Katria, this is a good place to dive from. Now, remember those demon fish are extremely dangerous, so be careful. I'll be careful, so I'm not gonna try to touch them, so... Oh, dear. Alright, let's get our masks on. We're going underwater. Don't be afraid. Okay, the flooded street, so the whole street is, like, flooded. Alright, let's investigate the crime scene. Which is yet to be a crime scene. Well, oh my gosh. Look at all this. It's all underwater. Wow. And we have a victim. Well, I first said I thought he was killed by a demon fish, but now that I see his wound, I think he was shot. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that I bought a new pet. I have an octopus now. I'm getting 150 XPs and a few points for the crime scene. Mon Dio, Katria, you found a dead body floating down there. And I don't know, Corner, but that's obviously a gunshot wound. This wasn't an accidental drowning or a demon fish attack. This man was murdered. I agree, the demon fish will have to wait. I'll take that body back to the lab. I'm glad you noticed those car keys, Katria. Do you think they belong to the victim? Separating that faded name on the tag might help us identify the owner. Let's get out of these suits, Katria. We have a murder to solve. Yeah. So much for investigating demon fish. This gotta have to put on hold. Let's see what happened to this man. Katria, I must say this murder came at a bad time. We should be exploring that underwater certain cave right now, figuring out who released that fish to the Greensboro River. But it's our duty to solve a murder, so... Well, the sooner we solve this murder, the sooner we'll be back to diving. We know our victim was shot, but have you found anything else? Of course. First, I found no water in the victim's lungs, which means he was dead before he even hit the water. But the real discovery was the bullet I retrieved from the body. Well, the limb was hanging. What about the bullet? That's where I come in. I examined the bullet Martini extracted from the victim's heart, and it's decades old. And the distinct markings left by the gun's mechanism indicate it was fired from an antique Weston Smith. Now, this isn't just any firearm, Katria. It's a rare and expensive antique. The killer must be a genuine collector of antique guns. Bullseye, Katria. We look for a killer who collects antique guns. So that means collecting revolvers and some hunting rifles, shotgun rifles, the rifles that have only 2 bullets inside, and it takes so long to load them. Yeah, that sort of. Coleman. Is that his name? Coleman G. Okay. This case belongs to a certain Coleman G. Katria. Could that be our victim? I'll look him up. Glenn Coleman is a luxury car dealer here in the Rio Drive, but he doesn't look anything like the guy we found. Yeah, no. His dealership is 50 feet underwater now, but he's opened a temporary office on dry land. It's a long shot, but maybe this Glenn Coleman knew our victim, Katria. Let's find him. Okay. We haven't identified a victim yet, so we need to know who he is. What? Customers? Well, come on in! Glenn Coleman's name. Looking for a new car? We are happy with our police car, so... You seem like a Ferrari man to me, am I right? Now, my stock is a little waterlogged, so I can give you a hefty discount. A discounted Ferrari? Well, I always... David, we are on the job! Call it David. Jones, we're on the job. No, of course, Skeptic Tria. We're not here about cars. You're rescuing the murder of this man and... No way! Joshua Gibson's been murdered? Ah, so his name was Joshua Gibson. I think you knew him. Yeah, Mr. Gibson was my landlord. He owned all the properties on the Rio Drive. He generously reduced my rent until the water subsides. Poor guy. I used to see you destroying the makeshift boardwalks over the Rio Drive. He liked to check on his property, you see. The boardwalks over the Rio Drive? Yeah, that's right about where we found our victim. If he went there often, we'd better check it out. That might be where the killer went. Alright, let's investigate. It's called Pirate Ship. A really old pirate ship. Why? Who has that? I don't know what to say. I take it it's a tourist attraction. Well, the jacket must be his. Is that a pirate ship, Tria? It looks like there's a bar inside. You think we could stop for a drink? Maybe after we solve this case, so... Right, we have work to do. Like examining this bloodstained suit jacket. The pattern matches what the victim was wearing. It must be his. And also based on where Gibson was shot. We found our primary crime scene. I'm pretty sure the victim didn't fold off his jacket after he was murdered. So the killer must have touched it. A sample of that blood could lead us to them. And those are the victim's initials on that briefcase. Let's unlock it and look inside for clues. And you'll probably find something in that pile of seaweed as well. Let's get to work. Yeah. About that jacket, you should have just washed it in sea and not leave it bloody. That's just one mistake the killer has made. With any luck, this sample clear for the victim's jacket will contain more than just our victim's blood, Katria. Let's head into the lab. Yeah. Okay, 3 hours for this. Alright, now let's look through the seaweed. Okay, some diving mask, but whose? We found a diving mask underneath that seaweed, Katria. Who else could have been diving around here, if not us? Oh, thank goodness you recovered my diving mask. I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. Okay. Wait, Cat Katrina, is that you? Remember me? It's Dr. Ernest Everso. We met in Antarctica. Oh yeah, I do remember you. Weren't you that crazy dude? Alright. You know this man, Katria? Well, I think it's time you got reacquainted. We need to talk, Dr. Emerson. I totally forgot about this guy. But he was that crazy guy thinking that our victim in Antarctica was killed by some prehistoric animal. What was it? Saber-tooth tiger, is that what it's called? I'm surprised I remember some of it. Alright, there's a book inside. There's a book inside Joshua Gibbs's briefcase, Katia. 30 Toes Lighter by Patricia P. Harris. I remember her. Mrs. Harris' first book, 30 Tones of Blue, was a bestseller. Wasn't she a suspect in one of our old investigations? I don't remember her, no. No, I don't remember her, so. She writes about, well, you know, role-playing in the bedroom. No, I don't know it. Nicely spotted, Katia. There's an inscription inside, addressed to the victim. Let's toss that and see what it says. I don't know her, I don't remember her, no. If she was in the first season, then I don't remember her. No, let me first do the clues. Let's toss this. My #1 fan. Oh. Alright, let's see the dedication Joshua Gibbs's copy of 30 Tones Lighter, Katia. To Joshua, my #1 fan. I know you'll enjoy this as much as the last one, Gibby. The climax will have you pleading for more. I guess the victim was an avid reader of Mrs. Harris's books, Katia. Again, what Mrs. Harris wrote, she seems to have known him well. Let's go talk to her. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Ernest first. Dr. Emerson, it seems you and Katia know each other. Yes, through what I feared in Antarctica, Katia, that prehistoric beast would return from the past. Well, this time I'm right. Well, just even fish, not the prehistoric tigers. The demon fish are back, and in my hometown to boot. As soon as I heard, I returned to Greensboro to investigate. Yes, we know about the fish, but do you know a man named Joshua Gibson? We found him murdered right where you've been diving. Can't say I know the name, and I don't know anything about a murder. I was simply gathering specimen for my research. Thank you, Dr. Everson. We may have more questions later. And be on your guard. Those demon fish are lethal. Don't touch them. Just don't touch them. Alright, let's go talk to Patricia. Katia, it's been a long time. I see you have a copy of my latest book. Would you like me to sign it? It's already signed. Well, actually, Miss Harris, this one's already signed. You wrote this message to a certain Joshua Gibson. Let me see. Ah, yes, Gibby, one of my longtime readers, a real gentleman. I'm afraid your #1 fan was murdered, Mrs. Harris. Murdered? Good heavens. I saw Mr. Gibson at my book signings, but I can't tell you much about him. I signed so many books, you know. 30 Tones Lighter is a hit. Katia, it's amazing how many people like to read about spanking. How have you know? Both of my books have been bestsellers, Captain Katia. I have more money than K.J. Rowling. J.K. Rowling. Nice one. Let's check out this blood sample. Ah, Katia, just in time to settle a debate. I'm gonna insist that garlic is a condiment when it's perfectly obvious it's a vegetable. What say you, Katia? Excuse me? Oh, we are in the middle of an investigation, so unless this has something to do with Joshua Gibson's murder... Of course it does! First, we confirmed that blood sample for the victim's jacket was a match for the victim. I then analyzed another suspect that was present in the sample, namely garlic and cooked lobster, which are the two main ingredients of lobster biscuit. Now, Martin says the victim was allergic to seafood, being the residue could only have been left behind by whoever found that jacket. Your killer. So our killer is lobster biscuit. It won't be long before we sink our claws to them. Seafood, wow. What a day, Thea. While investigating the demon fish in the flood waters of Apple Heights, we discovered the dead body of Joshua Gibson, a local property owner. Grant Coleman, one of his tenants, says Gibson was a generous landlord, making rental concessions because of the flood. Patricia P. Harris says she knows little about her number one fan, while Ernest Emerson claims he never heard of Joshua Gibson. Boom. Explosion. 3-2. Holy cow! What was that? An explosion. What the fuck? Is someone trying to break in? What blew up? Say about that. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't continue to like this video. I'll see you again. Goodbye!